वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग। इस ख्याल के साथ दिन शुरुआत करते हुए बड़ा ही सुंदर अ, बड़ा ही सुंदर ये आज सुनने को मिला। एक कोटेशन, एक लाइन, एक ईडियम, एक फ्रेज। सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग। Okay, so on this good note, let's start our day with a very positive and productive vibe. And let's aim for the stars today. Okay, I'll surely and quickly share the screen with you. Just let me open the apps which are needed. Right, and let me quickly check if I am live properly, if I am audible properly. Checking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3. So today, I'll quickly discuss that what we'll be doing today. So today, I'll quickly discuss that what we'll be doing today. Fine. Ta-da. Fine. Ta-da. Also, my extra audio is also getting recorded, so I just want to stop that from happening. Perfect. Wow. Might want to mute myself. Okay, so one thing that we are lacking in every day is updating the DSA sheet. I think that needs to be updated no matter what. It's something that I want to work upon. So let's quickly start. Let's quickly start with the questions. No, let's not wait for anything else. Thank you. Your cheers mean a lot to me. Thank you, audience, the only audience I have. Okay, so yesterday we were on the quest of solving a very easy yet long problem. So we were stuck somewhere at the center. Okay, understood. We were stuck somewhere around this logic, and we had if. So we just have to correct the syntax today, and we'll be fine. And call ops needs to be changed later. First, I need to correct my syntax. Integer value and then rows. Okay, the problem that was coming is that here we are accessing the length, and right, we are accessing this column, but this doesn't exist, so it will pose a problem. It is definitely going to pose a problem, right? So these can be put into max. Can these be put into max? Oh, sorry, can these be put can these be put into else, because we only need these to get computed only if we enter else, right? That's correct. With a clear mind you can ace anything. Okay, and my diary says that the shoot. And my diary says that the best part to do the heavy work is the morning. So don't waste your morning in doing low value tasks. Right, and I'll do this. I think we are good. Right, now let's run the code. I don't think now there is going to be any problem. If there is going to be any oh yes, yes, finally the answer we needed. Perfect. Now what we'll do, we'll copy the question and we'll ask our friend GPT to tell us if we have okay, it's not right to give chat GPT the question because the inputs are actually not according to what I made over here, because this is the problem of the platform coding is that they are giving wrong input. They are actually giving us just the matrix, right? Just the matrix. This is what they are giving us, and we are not concerned with this, but ChatGPT will think that we have not made it right. So I'll quickly reshare my screen. First we'll ask, and today I'll do once if I do satisfactory DSA today before 10, then I'll make thumbnails. This is okay. I need to reshare my screen also. This I pasted my code. This is correct. I just want to know the points of that can be done, or is this the most optimal solution for this problem? Asking out of curiosity, is it correct to say so design level are okay. Then let's work on the design as well to handle empty metric cases. Where design check once in find largest, then call helpers only when safe. I don't understand. This avoid cleaner check. So this is the point of improvement. What design level improvements are there? The engineering improvements, not performance ones. Handle empty metric case right now. Let's check. Better design क्या होगी? Check once in find largest, then call helpers and it says I don't understand this point. Okay, improvement. The improvement one. Integer ordinary. Using this works but it's conceptually odd. Benter model sum is 0 and the index is 0. That this is correct, but this is not valid because in our question, uh, for the first test case, it requires the minimum value of the integer. So this was the desired output. So this is how we actually uh, decided that we want minimum integer value, right? So this is invalid. This is something I need to understand. Reduce duplication, color, or share a lot of structure, not required, but an experienced engineer might abstract common logic, means take out a common logic, or comment clearly why they are separate, or comment clearly why they are separate. Improvement naming very minor. Row ups, call outs can be max row sum. Oh, okay, max row sum, and yes, this makes more sense to me also. About the phrase most optimal. Most optimal is technique in that. Okay, optimal already means best possible. You can also say more best. You cannot have more best, right? Yes. So I wanted to improve myself because I don't want to say this in an interview, most optimal, and my mother corrects me for saying things like this. Most optimal. What is most optimal? Final verdict. Okay, interview. This solution optimal. This is the optimal approach. This uh, this achieves optimal time complexity. The solution is optimal since it runs over when which is unavoidable. Okay, fine. So I don't think there is actually anything we need to improve in the solution, instead of rather than the fact that we can improve on the nomenclature. And what can we improve on? This is checked. Improvement one. And I don't understand the improvement one, what they are trying to convey. This is not valid, and this is share law structure. Hell, frame and visualize what you are saying. Do not make it long. Also, what do you mean by MPROE immediately? Okay, understood. Understood. Yes, it makes complete sense. Improvement 3, duplication, what I meant. Okay, what you currently aiming for each row, some row. For each column, some column. Same pattern, different direction. Okay, what thing? These two are clear, similar from here. That's okay, but I should either clearly separate them or reuse logic if it grows bigger. You do not need to change this. Just recognize the similarity. Understood. The row operation, sum, compare, and store index. That's correct. We are also having conception. So why don't you give the code with these improvements in check? Huh? This is the entire code. Okay, so instead of making those bigger, they have actually checked metrics over here. And if that then writes row 0 and minimum value, okay, that's it. That is fine. That is fine. Actually, and you don't want to return anything. Okay, and you want to return, right? You want to stop the program from happening. You want it to run any further. Is this code valid? We'll check for ourselves. If you want to copy, yeah, int so row array and row ops mat. Okay, then we're assuming that mat is correct, so we remove the, okay, so this is the main logic, right? Wow, has it shortened this logic also? If row 1 is not equal to row 1, okay, so they are not using any specific variables that like we have created, so they are uh, utilizing these things uh, directly. Okay, row array dot 1, row array dot 1, we know what row array means. Okay, oh, and this is the code row array, right? Maximum int value, they have maintained this like this. If we're starting int win, then you're having code for row ops. This is fine, this much is okay, and this much is also fine, this much is okay. Understood. Let's see if this works. I don't think this will still work because there is a problem that I have spotted. There's a problem. It will yes, I knew it's not going to pass the first test case, and that is because this is how a true programmer thinks. Good job, Shashank. So actually you might want to not print 0 over here. Instead you might want to print the integer dot min value, right? This is what you want to print. I think everything will work very perfectly over here. Yes, this is how you do it. So we are having a common logic, and then we are having the code for row operations, and this is the common logic, and we are not creating any separate variables for any of the things that we are utilizing here. Well, this would make more sense if we would have made separate variables so that it increases the readability overall. Yep, you're correct, Shashank. Okay, let's submit the code. Oh, too bad, we have submitted only once. We haven't submitted the solution that we built. How are we over here, and how have people achieved good runtime graphs? Why is everybody over here and why are we at the first? Understood. Let's jump on to the next thing that we have in the line. Largest column sum. how 2D arrays are stored. This is going to be fun. This is actually, this video is in English. Okay, so today we'll get to do this spiral code, and our target was, okay, it has been 20 minutes since we started streaming, and the target is to stream for another 1 hour. So the target is going to be complete this code. Oh, okay, this is done. So this code and two of these code, or just this code, transpose of a matrix. Okay, but we'll actually understand this because I had a problem earlier understanding fixating the column of section in this code. So we'll try to actually understand from depth. I'll write down everything. Okay, so let's start with the videos, and I seriously need to hide my screen for this.
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
So you don't want to see this video because we have already seen. This is only the solution for.
secrets that nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
So I completely loved the way she explained the concept of the 2D array and how those are stored internally, and how do we actually find the largest column sum by actually able to see and by able to visualize from someone else's perspective.
I'm
It
fucked up,
became even more
I'm
clearer,
black and blue. I'm
even
built
more clear,
for
or it became even
all
clearer.
the abuse. I got
So
secrets
I'll try to
that
explain you,
nobody
but before it, let's see. I'll
knows.
explain uh, my overall learning, but let's just quickly bounce on to the other video.
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue.
So we are learning about Jack Darius. I remember in Jack Darius we have a static number of rows, but the columns, the elements inside the columns may vary. So the actual catch is that you can create an array where you array of arrays in which the internal arrays are of variable length, are of different lengths, right? And that is completely valid.
I'm fucked up. I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. I'm fucked up. I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
है ये कैसा लूप है? हेलो हेलो यस understood. Understood. Perfect. Now I'll quickly sum up what I learned from the two videos, and we have a few questions coming up, and then the spiral matrix question. And my target is to complete what I am willing to explain in 5 minutes. We'll open our camaraderie. One note has always been with us, no matter how dirty or how good codes we write.
I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
How to make bullet points?
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue.
these are the two things that I'll teach you. Okay. How arrays are stored internally. It's a very exciting concept, and we actually need to understand this to actually not get trapped into the problem of where I was caught up inside the column operations that I was performing. Okay, so a 1D array looks like simply like this, right? This as an let's suppose an address like 100. Okay, this array is kept at a reference 100. Okay, and by default there is 0 value allotted to each element when we initialize the array whatever size. In cases of 2D array, when we write 2D array, it is not stored simply, it is stored inside a master array. So master array is actually not a convention, it is just for understanding purposes. When we create an array, what we are doing, we are having a master array. Okay, and these hold, and okay, I'll first create what I'm thinking. Right, this is how the master array can be at address, let's suppose 100, right? This is at 100. Now inside this array, and this is for what syntax? This happens when we write int int arrays equals to new int, sorry, new int of size 3 plus 3, right? So this 3 is for this array, right? This is of length 3, and this 3 tells that whatever arrays, first of all we are definitely going to have arrays, and inside these arrays we are going to have 3 elements. These 3 arrays 1, 2 and 3 are going to be of length 3. This is what we tell over here, right? So this may be at address 200. Okay, this may be stay at the address 300. This is random. Okay, and this maybe stays at the address 400 just for consistency. Okay, this is how these are stored. This is at another address, so this is going to be an array, right? So this is actually going to store the address. The master array is going to store the address of these arrays. So in order to access the rows, in order to access the actual, so when we say a matrix, so it actually forms a matrix. So if we want to reach at this point, so we write array 1, array 0, right? So array 0 is actually this. Okay, so we reach over here, then what is there? It is an array, and inside this array we want to reach at position 0. So this is 0, 0. Let's suppose we want to reach over here, then we have to write, Okay, inside this array we have to reach at the first second index, so over here. And which element in this array, we say that we have to, Shashank, go to the second array that is stored inside the first array, inside the master array, and in that array we want the last element, that is 2. This is how actually things work. Okay, so these contains array. Now the concept of checked arrays, this is how you access it, and this is how they are internally stored. Okay, now checked arrays quickly. So for normal arrays we write simply this, right? We are initializing an array and we are writing it like this, then we initialize, then in the memory we create an object with a new keyword, and we want to say that it's int, and Shashank, it's going to be of length, let's suppose 2 3, right? This is going to be of 2 and of 3 length. Well understood. Now what happens when you write the same thing? You know what, let's just, what happens when you write this but you don't write this? This is empty. Is it possible? Is it valid? So yes, it's valid. It is absolutely valid. How come is it valid? It is valid. Now what happens inside internally? So yes, we have a master array, right? And again, I'm saying master array is just a made up word. It is not the convention. It is just for the ease of understanding that I'm saying this. So now what happens? You have created a master array, right? And this is at address, let's suppose 200, okay, randomly 200. Now what happens? We haven't given of what size arrays are we going to store here. We don't know the size of the array. So what? Does it contain a specific array over here? Actually not. We know we are people that actually know the things. This stores the address, right, Shashank? This also stores the address. But for now we haven't given that array of what size we are going to store here. It is not given. So in the memory there is no array that are going to get created for over here or over here. Arrays are not going to get created. So instead, at this point, if we actually try to access this point, then we want to write array, and array, we want to access this point, we'll write array dot 0. Okay, so what will this give? You know what this will give? This is going to give us null point. Oh, not this. Actually, going to, if you print this, right? I'll just write it properly. System dot print. If you write arr 0 over here, so it will give you null. it will give you null. Now if you want to access, let's suppose this is null, right? What if you want to access its length? Okay, so actually we thought that this is going to be an array. This is correct, this is going to be an array, but array is not yet initialized because we haven't given the length over here yet. So this will give us an error, and which is going to be null pointer exception. This is going to give us, if you try to access it over here, because nothing exists and there is no length defined, then it will give null pointer exception. Array is not created over here. So what can we do is, in such a scenario, you understood what is going to happen, right? Now if it is not valid and it is going to return the pointer exception, null pointer exception, then how is it valid, Shashank? I'll let you know. So earlier what we were doing, we told that we are going to have stagnant sizes, and that is 3, and all the arrays that are going to be inside this master array are going to be of size 3. Now we haven't told the same over here. What we want our first array inside the master array to be of size 2. Then I want the second array to be of size 3. Can this be done? So the answer is, can this be done? So the answer is a big yes. Yes, this can be done. How can this be done? Either you create a loop and inside you initialize I till length, okay, and then you run another loop, and then you might want to have j, but it runs still, and it prints, and we just want to print the length, right? So we might want to write something like, my bad, rather I should explain, like, in such a scenario, how can we do that? Okay, so we have earlier written this statement, right? We have written this statement. That's understood, that's well understood. Now when we have written this, if we write something like array 0 0 length, let's say 2, and array 0 second element of array, we want the second array to be of size, we can write the same over here, but we want our size to be 3, and this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Okay, and all the values, and if we print the elements of the arrays, it will be 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, and this is also inside an array, and this is also inside an array, right? And this is stored inside master array, the address of this and the address of this, right? This is what jagged array, this is what basically the concept of jagged array, and how 2D arrays are stored internally. This is what I understood, and this is what I hope that you understand now as well. So the writing keeps on getting bigger. Here we have started small and we ended up writing bigger than what we started writing with. Now let's array of length, that is going to be 3, and plus the length of first, that is going to be 4. 3 plus 4 7, 3 plus 4 7, and okay, and 7 and 2 is 9. 9 and 6 is 15, so the answer is 15. So we start to work in front output of 2 array dot 2 error. This is going to give error array dot 2. Oh yes, this is fine, right? This is valid, and but you cannot access its length because it will give null pointer exception. Trend spiral matrix. This is a very good question, and a recruiter from the Microsoft that I told you about yesterday, the conversations that I had with the recruiter, they asked me that please prepare this code, and there's a very special condition with which you want to actually stop the code from happening, because you can make a circle through the entire matrix, but how do you stop? Or there was some actual line of code that you actually want to write in the while clause inside, if to actually sustain the loop or in order to stop the loop. There was some challenge in this question. The logic can be made up. So let's understand the question, and they have not given the, I don't think they have given the solution. Okay, actually they have given the solution. Why don't we actually understand the question? Because I have earlier written the code, and now I understand. I actually understand. And see, all the major companies that make my trip, Microsoft, Amazon, Josh, Technology Group, Tech, all have actually asked this question. Some point of time in future, I will apply to every company that I'll you just name it and I'll apply. It would be better if there was any option to collapse code for the time being. So you want to print the spiral of the matrix. Print spiral, right? For a given two-dimensional array, print it in a spiral form. That is, you need to print in order from for every iteration, first row left to right, and then last column and this, and then last row this, right to left, and then first column top to bottom, bottom to top till the second last element. This is how you want to do. You will update the length of the array every time. You just have to simply read. You do have to do nothing else. This is the array that we have declared. Now you want to print 1 2 3 4 8 12 16 15 14 13 5 9 5 6 7 11 10, right? Should we actually write the code, or should we actually see the solution? You know what, I'll just copy the code and I'll rewrite it. Okay, let's see what time do we actually take. What time is it actually going to take us? What time actually, in what time are we going to solve this question, right? Saying this makes more sense. So I'm not interested in seeing the solution, but I must first check on time, if we have the time bandwidth to actually start with this question. Excuse me for a minute or two.
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for, I'll be secret that nobody knows. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
Maybe we'll not completely solve the problem, but we'll uh, we'll think around it. Okay, let's just quickly think. Can we not stretch beyond this point? Yes, we can. So we'll take a screenshot and we'll copy. Okay, and we'll play around with that screenshot. Can we use this screenshot?
I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for
Nope.
all
Not
the
satisfied.
abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows.
Buddy, we want you to be a lot smaller. As this much is okay. Right.
I'm fucked
Right.
up, I'm black and blue, I'm built for all the
So we want to start
abuse. I got
from the
that nobody knows.
so we want to start from array 0 0 to actually array 0 length -1. Right, now we want to go from length -1 Write 0 on the last column to the last element, which is going to be length है ना? This is going to be a square matrix. Is that for sure? Is it always going to be a n cross n matrix? So instead of writing, let's improve on what we are writing. I don't like this arrow even either. We are going from 0 to this is called length, or just for nomenclature purposes to make things seem more easier, we'll write it width width, and we'll call this okay height. Okay, so width minus, so we'll assume that width is equals to length minus 1. Okay, and height is equals to whatever length minus 1. Okay, so now we'll do we want it to happen till width, right? Width minus 0 now, and we want this to happen height minus 0. Okay, oh, why don't we make the variables left, right, top, bottom? We take left, right, top, bottom as the extremes, and then we reduce. Left, right, top, bottom would make more sense. Right, so this is going to be left, extreme left, oh sorry, extreme right, correct. This is going to be extreme right, so we'll write right over here. Right over here, and we want to go, and this is actually not 0, we might want to write top over here, top, and then this will change to top left, top left. It's nothing. So height, and then this is extreme bottom, and you want to shift from extreme bottom to where this is left, left, and then left to bottom, right? And then where we want to end up till, we want to go till, now t must change at this point. After the t operation, it must change to t minus 1. T must update to t minus 1. Right must update to r minus 1. Bottom must update to bottom minus 1. Is it correct what we are thinking? this is actually, this part is going to determine the bottom, so we might have to write it over here, and left right must be written over here. Am I thinking correctly? Yes. So we are improving on every time. So we'll take the top capitalized letters. So then we want to come from to bottom right, extreme right, and from we remain at the bottom, and then we want extreme left. Right, now we want to go till, and we'll improve over here as well. This was extreme top left, and only thing is this, that is left. Let's just write correctly over here. So this is top TR. Then where we want to reach, this is T minus 1 and L, and we want to go till, we remain on top minus 1 and then R minus 1. Then we'll go till where? B minus 1 to R minus 1. That's correct. And then you want to reach right, and so on and so forth if it's possible. So we initialize a few variables, that is top is equals to whatever the array so excuse me, so there are things that you have to do in a day other than DSA. So I'm lucky to actually do DSA and to have other things in hand. So I fortunately and unfortunately have to leave right here, and we'll continue creating more variables first in our mentally and in our notebook, and then we'll jump on to writing the code. So that's it for this stream, and this was the estimated time that we thought we'd take to complete this stream. Okay, and for the morning streams we'll try to start a bit earlier, okay, and only till 10:20 I think we can stream. Okay, so I'll be back with another stream in a few hours. Till then, see you. Have a good day.